Tonight, we have some massive news. We're going to be talking about Olivier Rioux. You know him. He's the 7'9" center, former Gator. Just a few weeks ago, he entered the transfer portal, and that wasn't that shocking because basically he didn't play very much, and he played like 1.5 minutes. But here's a amazing thing. This guy's tripping. And I'm going to introduce our guest in a second. He's asking for $3 million. And the dude played 1.5 minutes a game average. Well, I got Cha Ching here. It's his first time on. He's got an amazing Instagram following. He's got great personality. How are you, Cha Ching?
I'm good today. I'm good this evening. Weather good. Feel good.
Yeah. What's your thoughts on Olivier Rioux after I've just brought up basic things, the first two
I
things?
mean, the portal was needed for him. I think he need a fresh start somewhere we get playing time. I don't know who driving him for that kind of price range, but you'd be surprised the school will give it up.
Yeah. Yeah, he's had an agent for a little while now. He's doing some stuff. He realized.
Yeah, because he good. He off the court personality. Of course, you got to have that kind of stuff to build your brand. But three is a lot for
Well, he's
1.5
interesting.
minutes. So I'm not too. If
Yeah,
somebody gonna go for it, get the minutes. If somebody believe in them to get the minutes and play them, I think you'll
I,
see
I
what three
like
can
this
do.
because we might have like a agree disagree thing. We have some other news. I may know of a destination. We'll talk about that later on in the show. You'll be surprised at this destination. Was a sophomore at University of Florida
Mm-hmm.
and didn't play. He redshirted his freshman year. Sophomore year, he only came in when they were winning by like 40 points, and that was like 11 games. And you just do the math. 1.5 minutes in a game is like for every 30 seconds, he's making $1 million.
Yeah,
So that's a little crazy, but I don't know what he's trying to do there. But he just lost a little bit on that one. And it was a little choppy for him, wasn't it? When he first came out, they tweeted on April Fools, and yours truly fell for it. They said that Ryu was going to Michigan State, which did not make any sense to me. For their coach is a pretty serious guy and fundamentally sound, but it was a April Fool's joke. A lot of people that are operating on the knowledge that hey, he's 7'9", he doesn't even have to jump to dunk. Well, the theory also that once you pass 7'6", it's very, very difficult to play. But there's one exception. I don't know if you remember him. I'm older than you, I'm pretty sure. 7'7", George Murison. Do you remember
yes, I
him?
remember him.
He, now he was good and he could move. That Ryu can't really move, and I'm going to tell you some of the crazy things. But this guy won sixth man of the year. He had 14 points a game, tons of rebounds. He was the real deal at 7'7". So that theory of 7'6", it's not accurate at all. He had the stamina that you don't have when you're 7'9", but he look at that, 14.5 points by Muris and 9.6 rebounds, 2.3 blocks per game, led the NBA in field goal percentage. I'd
I
like to
think the
have him on my
NBA was
team.
if if he was playing back then, I think he could get on the court. I think just the tempo of the speed now is a little fast for him.
Hmm.
But
Yeah,
like I said, it's all it takes is one school to.
but he'll have to forfeit that $3 million because I don't think it's going to be a P4, but we're going to find out in a little while, and you'll be surprised. I'm not ruling that out either. The thing that he has a problem with is it's called the lateral quickness, and it's very hard for him to move. Lateral quickness is the most important thing in basketball. It's what you do on both sides of the ball. Makes you stay in front of your man on the defensive side and on the offensive side as well. So he has a problem with that. He has a problem protecting the space by maneuvering back when teams are doing all kinds of different motion offenses and cutting, and he has to keep up with the modern offenses. The other thing he has is a high center of gravity, and that's a problem too, because at 7'9", a low center of gravity is what you want. You see those 5'6" guards, and you wonder why they're so good, because they have a low center of gravity. They just are faster than everyone else, and it works. Sometimes it even works in the pros.
Definitely, I agree.
Yeah. So for the high center of gravity, holding the position in the paint, rebounding, post defense, explosiveness. Get this, if he wants to even move, his acceleration takes 2 seconds before he could even move.
Yeah.
So they think, he's going to be getting every single rebound, but it has to really go right to him. If it goes a little bit to the right, some fast dude is going to take it from him. So there's a lot of drawbacks, but I'm telling you all the bad things.
Stuff, but teams that play a little slower, like he can't go play at a high point. They play too fast. You can't play
Yes.
at them FDUs. They play too fast. So it's like you got to build around that. If it's a program that, all right, let's try to get him 3 or 4 touches a game. All right, he can play there, but
Well, he does some things well, and 69% free throw shooting is pretty good.
yeah, that's big. That's great. That's very high for somebody at 7'9".
Mitch Robinson would kill for that, wouldn't he?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Mitch Robinson a beg for 79.
Other things he does, he has good, solid shooting form. He's a legit shot blocking presence, so he could go crazy with blocks. I've seen lots of
nowhere that his school is playing fast.
I was watching Wembanyama playing against the Knicks, and Josh Hart's taking a jump shot. I'm like, it didn't even hit the basket. It turned out you couldn't see it really well.
Yeah.
He tipped that ball, and he's only 7'4". It's just crazy what that guy could do because he's athletic. But when you're 7'9", he's got 5 inches on him.
Especially if he in a low major school, he might be he probably won't even see a 7-footer the whole conference.
And we could say he's not going to get the $3 million. I'm going to go out and say that now confidently. What do you think?
Yeah, 3 is a lot.
Yeah. Well,
coaches reaching though. A lot of coaches will reach. But I think 3 might be out of his price range just for the he didn't play much.
What he could do though is he could put a lot of people in their seats because they want to watch him.
Yeah, because he's entertaining.
Those fans were screaming when he would, and you think that Kobe Bryant came back again, directed. So imagine what they'll do. It should be like a school in a city, I would think. Who knows? Maybe it's even Fordham where you can get a lot of people there, and it's going to be a big.
It's going to be somebody that y'all might be on the line, and we need a splash hire.
Yeah,
like we need a splash recruit. He's gonna be one of those, like a splash recruit. Bring him in, energy when he come in. He might not start either.
Yeah, I know.
Just come off the bench, bring 4 or 5 minutes straight of good energy, maybe score a basket or 2, get back on defense, and then. But I don't know about pricing. Like, some kids getting high, some kids getting less. So, but 3 for 1.5, I don't think a person in their right mind is gonna.
Yeah, because if you do get him and he does what I'm saying he could do by bringing people in, and attendance is really bad all around the country in all places, even at UConn, they're filling it up. So if you could get people to and make some money off them, but you're not going to make any money if you throw out $3 million right after that.
Yeah, not for a player you don't plan on using.
Yeah. So it has to be something like that, and with enough people in that, not a rural area, but just enough, even non-basketball fans would like to do that. But those kids, they were screaming for him. So we know he's a shot blocking presence. He doesn't even have to jump, and I've watched video. It's pretty entertaining.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It could be like 3 times.
I think it will be one school to go reach, but
yeah,
I don't think it's a big power five. Like it's not like gonna be like an Arkansas or something like that. No,
we'll find out.
not gonna
You
like
might be
SEC
right.
or something,
And I'm not
but be
saying
surprised.
I know for sure, but this Reddit group, those guys know a lot about basketball. A lot of people go to Reddit to find out because they're very intelligent people in that Reddit.
And they detail to their knowledge of detail is good. You know, those are people that their percentages when they do say something is correct. So
Yeah.
you got to lean on sometimes to their information, but from the odd test that we see,
Yeah.
who
They're
doesn't?
kind of mean. And I've been banned from a bunch of sites, so they could ban you anytime they want
Yeah,
if they think it's not the right stuff. So I'm afraid of those guys in Reddit. It takes 3 players to box him out. I mean, these
yeah.
are crazy things. And
Because you can't out. You ain't
yeah,
gonna be able to out jump him because he's so tall. You gonna have to box, and then like it's gonna be a team effort. Like maybe tip the ball away, because I just think it's one school that is gonna throw him in the
yeah,
middle, have him just stand out there, play, put your hands up, maybe get some deflections. I think it's one. I
it's
don't know
taking a
which
little
one,
while though, because I think it's been a couple of weeks. And then he screwed it up with that $3 million thing, but well, maybe he
yeah.
needed to get some attention to him.
But
But
he I think sometimes your people that you've been representing, you kind of trust them.
yeah, yeah, they're
So
doing. Then you know what? There's 2 other guys coming out. There's a 15-year-old, he's 7'6". He's also from Canada. I don't know what these people
yeah,
are giving these guys from Canada, but and he's skinny. And then there's another guy, I think he's 7'8", and he's getting ready to possibly get drafted. He's a little more athletic than Ryu, but he's skinny too. That the difference between Ryu and all these
yeah, the
big
weight,
guys is he's
the
spilled
weight.
out. You know, he's 320 pounds. Of
Yeah,
course, it's 7'9", but those guys are sticks. If you see their legs,
yeah,
it's like you
yeah,
wonder. And he's had a great journey. He's also a hard worker. He's a good kid. And he talks to everybody. And, you know, people could be really mean. But I said he was born in Canada. His dad, 6'8", basketball player.
yeah.
His mom, 6'2", volleyball player. At 12 years old, Ryu was already dunking the ball, and he was 6'11". At 12. That's just unbelievable. And he's played in some really competitive places, so
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
not that bad of a guy. He played at IMG Academy, and he's
Mm-hmm.
had a few games. He also played in FIBA under 21 and had some good games, and Canada did really well. He played for team. I don't know how he got this one. He was a 3-star recruit. 75th best center. That's a 3-star recruit.
As a 3-star recruit.
And then, you know, like I said, he joined Florida and he sat out the first year, but he still was working hard, and the coach was giving him a lot of uh, enthusiasm and hope that he could do something. And so now we're getting to the point where he wants a real role, he
Yeah,
wants real minutes, and he wants some coin. But he's broken a lot of records. First of all, he's 7'9". He's the tallest guy in college basketball. And everything he does when he gets in the game for the first time, the fans
yeah.
went crazy. He's the tallest guy that ever played a game. When he makes a foul shot, which he did, he's the tallest guy. You know what I'm getting at. So
It's Florida is hard to get the minutes. You over there, they trying to compete for a national championship every year. They reload every year. They bring in good talent every year. So I
well,
mean, Florida's not a developing situation. They got
yeah,
they got to keep happy. So
they run fast,
yeah, no, they
fast.
run too fast.
Yeah, so it's just the worst team. Okay, I'm ready to tell you and our viewers. I milked it, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
It is Purdue. That's what they're thinking. You know why? Because Zach Edey, who's also Canadian, is 7'4", not was 7'4", is 7'4".
You on to
And
something with that.
that's what they're saying. I don't
You
know if
on to
it's true,
something with
but
that.
that's the first destination, I've heard. So
Purdue plays better in the half court set too.
Yeah. Were you surprised at that?
Nah.
Yeah.
Not Purdue.
Yeah,
not
I was. I just found
Purdue,
that out.
Purdue always have a 7'2",
Yes.
7'3" guy on a roster. I think they got like two younger ones now, maybe like freshmen.
That's
all
exactly right.
It's all a 7'2", 7'3". But Purdue could play fastest or slow. Remember, they had to wait for Zach Edey to get in place to jump it down there.
Yeah.
Maybe it's opportunity for them to do that. That's why I said it's going to be one school to do it. And Purdue don't have no problem doing that.
Yeah.
If it's Purdue.
They another school, I don't know if you noticed, Florida State. They always have 2 or 3 7-footers.
Yeah.
They don't even use them sometimes. They just like to collect them like trophies.
It's a stash and grab situation. Maybe one to pan out. I know like schools like Purdue and all will put them on the court. You notice you ain't say no fast school that speed up. I would have just
no.
I would have said no, he can't go there.
We went through a whole episode here.
Yes.
You didn't say your best line. And I got to hear it for our fans.
Back to the crib.
Yeah. You have to watch this guy. And I'll put his Instagram.
Definitely. I'll take the support.
Ching, I'll put that on there because you already have a lot of followers.
Well, basketball is life for some of us. We don't have another option. Yeah. I hope he make a decision quick. Make sure it's the right decision and just go have fun.
And I like him. He's a really good kid and he works hard. So he's not taking.
He got all the tools to be great.
Yeah.
He's likable. Probably like
he's very
biggest faces on campus. He's respectful. He work hard. He's just looking for the opportunity.
He did a thing with Shaq. It was pretty funny. It went viral.
Yeah.
He was
but that's what I say. That's why I see why he's asking for that kind of money, because he's an entertainer.
Yeah. Oh, he's making a little money now, but
there
might be more. We'll see. We shall see.
All right.
Have a great night, and we'll do this again. You're really
we definitely stay in touch.
Okay, take it back to the crib.
Yes.
Okay.
Back to the crib.
Yeah, back to the crib.